Hello everyone, welcome back to the Green Arts Video Resource Library. Another fun activity, especially when you might be missing friends and family that you're not getting to see so much right now, is card making. And it requires very little preparation. First, you're just going to want to maybe pre-fold some pieces of paper into a card shape. You can also have your child or children help you with that and show them and teach them how to do a fold. So you're going to have your flat piece of paper, matching up the corners, setting it on the table, and then using your fingers to pinch along the line or press along the line and make sure it really makes a nice crease. Okay, and then all we really have for this is just some fun stickers to choose from and some markers for decorating. And then depending on where your child is at with writing, they may need a little bit of assistance writing the words and the names of the person to who it's for. And then of course you can always get an envelope and show your child how to address an envelope and put a stamp on the envelope and put it in the mail. So that's kind of a fun thing to do. Another activity that I'd like to share with you is bookmaking. And this is something that we do a lot at Green Arts. You can really make a book about anything you want. If you're really interested in dinosaurs, maybe you want to make a book about a dinosaur. If you went for a walk that you really enjoyed, maybe you want to catalog some things that happened on your walk, or if you're planting a seedling. And so what you need is just several pieces of paper to start with, and we always start with a title page. The title page is going to have the title of your book, the name of your book, and then also the name of the author and illustrator. Who's going to be the author and illustrator of this book? You are. So for this one, I'm just going to use a Sharpie here and write on my first page, and the title of my book is going to be about Barry. Okay, Barry is my dog. Okay, Barry, here's the title, Barry, and then I'm going to put by, and that means the author, and that's me, so I'll write my name, Andrea Crossguns, and again, they may need a little assistance depending on where they're at with writing, for even writing their name. If they're sort of there but not fully there, they're starting to gain control, you can write it in pencil and have your child trace those words and their name, right? Okay, so now for my next page, I'm going to want to say something about Barry and draw a picture. So for this page, I'm going to draw a picture of Barry, and I'm going to describe him as well. Barry has soft ears and a waggly tail. He likes to play. Okay. So here's my picture of Barry. Don't worry if you feel like you are not able to draw what it is you're thinking of. This is a practice. So it might not be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect in art. Art is a process, and it's something that changes over time, right? Okay, so then I would write my words about Barry here. Barry is soft. He has a waggly tail. And he likes to play. Okay, so that would be my second page. And you can do as many pages as you like, and as you go and get all of your pages, when you feel like your book is done, then you just put your pages together and use a stapler to staple the edge. Oh, I'm out of staples, but you get the idea. Okay, then you have a nice book that you can read and share with someone else about something that you're interested in, or maybe an activity that you've done. You might notice that I cut my paper a little smaller than a regular sized piece of paper. This is for a couple of reasons. It's easier to manage this size of paper for small hands, and then also it's a good way to think about our Mother Earth and conserve on paper, which comes from trees. So we don't want to cut down too many trees, right? Okay, one more thing that you can think about doing in your home as fun art projects where you don't need to go buy things. Egg cartons are a great resource. They can be used for so many different things. You can make them into a rock collecting box. You can cut them apart actually and make flowers out of each little egg holding bulb here. And stems you can really make from any kind of thing. We usually like to use pipe cleaners because then they actually stand up and you can put them in a vase. And so, you know, first you would use markers or paint to decorate, and if you were making the flowers, you would cut that out first and then paint it and decorate, and then let it dry and put your stem in. If you're doing a collection box, then you don't need to worry about cutting. You can just decorate. Another nice fun way to decorate is just use old scraps of paper, and I'm thinking that probably most people have stuff like that laying around, and so we just save those because you can use them again, and it's a fun way to collage on top of something. So if you don't have egg cartons, maybe you have an empty Kleenex box laying around. That's another one, and you can make it into something special and say, this is my collecting box for nice gifts for friends, and maybe you just put artwork in here and you save it for when you can see a friend again and give them the box. You could put rocks in here, sticks, all kinds of treasures that you can just find around. Maybe you want to make it into a house or some kind of building for a toy that you have, or you could even cut out the top and make a bed inside for a doll or a stuffed animal, right? So those are things that you might just have laying around the house that you can use for a fun activity for really anyone of any age. That concludes this little art project segment, and again, hope you're all well and warm and enjoying some time at home with family. Thanks.